We have a box, you and I, to open, so let's get on it. This is a new vendor for me, and it feels good to be back in the orchid room. Just saying, I have had more than my share of migraines this past couple of weeks. Let's take these out of the box, and then I will sit down with you and we will open them up individually. So overall, looks pretty decent. Not a whole lot of packing foam or anything. So I should have 3 plants in here. There's one. There's 2. Oh, it's feeling wet. Nah, that always startles me. And I think I ordered 3 plants, but because one of them couldn't come as a large, more specimen size, they gave me 2 small ones. I think that's how I ordered it. So we'll look and see. Okay, here we are. Let's start with this first one. Now I know what I ordered this time. Oftentimes with my migraines, I don't remember what I ordered, but I've been kind of waiting for this order because I ordered a first time plant for me, and I'm a little nervous. I've been watching tons of YouTube videos from all of you creators out there about how to care for it. And that is how we learn, right? You try something, you watch other people do it, and then you just jump in the water. You don't learn to swim by watching everyone swim. You learn to swim by jumping in. So, lots of wet media. They were shipped out on Wednesday and arrived today on Thursday. Yeah, today's Friday. Today's Friday. So this is, oh, this is much smaller. Like, woohoo, much smaller than I thought I was going to get. I have my first ever paphiopedilum. And by the description on the webpage, I was expecting this bad boy to be at least 4 or 5 more inches across than this. It does have 2 fans, but the price that I paid for it, I was expecting a lot bigger than my finger width. It was my inexperience. Apparently, this plant is the proper size for what it produces. These produce smaller than normal or shorter than normal paphiopedilums. Some of them can get very long and tall. This one stays more compact. That is gorgeous. Her name is Paphiopedilum Vanda M. Pierman, which is a cross between a Bellatilum and a Delanati. That's the word. I am going to have to research how I want to grow this, and I thought I'd ask you guys who, if you are an experienced grower, you would know the answer to this question. Those of you that are just learning orchids will learn together. But next video, I'll be potting her up. But I don't know whether to pot her up in my leca setup or in my bark and perlite with moss setup, since I still have some of that moss from the trees. And this presently has moss on the top layer. Let me know in the comments down below what you would do. The bark mix or the leca. And if you have a reason why, I know Miss Nina, you only try to do in leca because of your environment. I have a home environment where the conditions are pretty much whatever I make it to be. Let's move on to orchid number 2. Number 2, I'll do 2 since, you know, 2 for 2. I wanted to get these in a big specimen so I can see flowers sooner. I'm kind of tired of looking at green, although it's beautiful. I love my green, but I did want to see some flowers sooner than later. So I'm starting to venture into buying bigger plants if I can. And I do have to put a lot of my purchasing on hold, so that is why I'm so excited about these plants. We're just in a transition phase, and we don't know if this will be the home that we stay in for another 10 years or whatever, or if we're going to be moving and to a new home or a new location. And I just don't want to pack up more orchids than I need to. So I've been saving my orchid budget to do a, you know, like a huge explosion of orchids when the time comes that it is official, we stay or we go. One of those things. But here we are. I couldn't resist. I had to get a few more. So there are 2 of these. And they should be the same in a little 2-inch pot. They are going to be Dendrobium aggregatum. I've been watching everyone with their gorgeous videos of theirs. Roger has a gorgeous one, Roger's Orchids. It's a brilliant orangish yellow flowered dendrobium. And you know I love dendrobiums. But they're small, and there's 2 of them, so I contemplated whether I will put 2 of them in one container and make a bigger specimen, or on a mount. These are all the questions that run through my crazy little brain when I buy these tiny little ones. Do I want another orchid that I have to water daily on a mount? Or do I want to put it in a bigger pot? Let's see if its companion looks just as well, and then I'll show them up closer for a closer look. Got my COVID vaccination number 2 yesterday in this arm. Doing good, no rash, no, just a little bruise. And I had a hard time with my last vaccination, so I was dreading. I actually had, my husband had to talk me into the car. You know, you can do it. You're going to get past this moment. You know, he was being my cheerleader. And he's the one this morning that is feeling a little fluish, sickish, laying on the couch, not feeling that great. Me, I'm making videos. So maybe mine will be delayed, and if it never shows up at all, that would be perfect. Let me cut off the tape around this little guy. And so we are going to be in 2 weeks fully vaccinated with the Pfizer vaccine. Hopefully we won't be needing 1,000 boosters over the course of our life, but it is what it is. So here we are, 2 small ones. I wanted to see flowers so bad, but these may take me a while to get to that phase, and I'll have to investigate whether to put them in one pot or to separate them or to hang them or to hang one, pot one. You know, so many options. Kind of like your wardrobe in the morning, ladies. What to wear, what to wear. So here we have orchid number 3 from Palmer Orchids. I feel like it's a birthday present the way it's wrapped. It's tender because I don't want to break anything. Oh, oh, so pretty. I see that it has a balloon. Oh, yes, and one of them is opened up. I can't wait to show you. I'm so glad, so glad that it's open so you can see it in this video. Oh God, I got too excited just now. Okay, migrainers can relate. Stress of the bad kind is not good. But stress of the good kind, like the happy part, that excited adrenaline rush, yeah, got me. Will I learn my lesson and not do it again? No. I will get just as excited. Look at what we have come across. This is a new one for me.
Dendrobium tobanense. I will find the correct pronunciation.
Tobanese. Look at that little face, that red lip. Looks like someone going, "Bah!" And I'm a kid at heart. "Bah!" Look at that. It's got these beautiful sepals and petals, and the red is called the lip. There's a second one bloom to open right there. It looks like a little person, doesn't it? Sticking its tongue out at you. And the red, there is no red in my orchid room. There you go. You can peek on the inside. Wow. 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 So there's 1, 2 opened. A third up here is hopefully going to open soon if I do everything right. Ooh, this big one's going to be the next one opening. Look at that. There's little ridges in there on the tongue. Let me see if I can get you close enough to see that. That is just so cool. My friend Casey Hudson, she likes those unique ones. She pointed it out one day. So I'm thinking you're going to like this, Casey. There's no smell. Casey does missing children and teenagers, missing people cases that have gone missing for a long time and the media stopped announcing about it or updating the public about it. She does a wonderful job of reintroducing it back into the mainstream via YouTube in hopes that it will reactivate the case. Casey, shout out to you. I hope you like this one. In fact, I might name it after you. I think she's going to be called Casey. Casey the Dendrobium tobanense, if I pronounce that correctly. And it's in a moss over rocks and perlite. I can see a root here that's trying to survive. It's got green on one end, but it's kind of dying on the other end. So I might have to take a peek deep in here and see if she needs any intervention. But while we have those beautiful blooms, I'm just going to enjoy her. I hope and I pray that you find a craft hobby, trade, orchid that makes you happy today. Until we talk again, bye-bye.